Welcome to Hollywood's biggest night. There's a lot of energy here in Los Angeles, in the heart of it all. I'm Jeremy Parsons. Pleasure to be with you tonight. And I'm also joined by People's Janine Rubenstein and Entertainment Weekly's Gerrad Hall, who are holding things down in the heart of Hollywood outside the Dolby Theatre. They're at the red carpet. Hey guys, you're looking great. How you feeling?
Thank you. You look fantastic as well. We are great here. It is, the graphics said there up the top of the show, Hollywood's biggest night. You are feeling that energy here. Everyone's so excited.
And you are feeling the warmth.
Oh,
the sun is out. It is shining on us.
Beautiful day.
Everyone is in great spirits.
Yeah.
It's just, good things are happening.
Yeah.
Good things are happening. And look, we're just a couple hours away from everyone making their way down that carpet. Of course, the Oscars, the Academy Awards are coming just a few hours from now. We're going to be leading right up to that. I want to know for you all, what's happening there right now? We're still a little early before the huge arrivals. Yeah. And then what are you looking forward to the most? Lots of stars going to be out tonight.
Yeah, so behind Janine, right down my eye line here, I have a great shot of where the photo call, as it's called, or the step and repeat. You can see where all the stars come in. So they're making their way up the carpet. Traditionally, there are bleachers lining the backside of the carpet here, so packed with fans. Of course, this little pandemic that's been going on, they changed things up a bit. But they have still brought in fans. You can see some of them right here behind me.
Wonderful servicemen and women who are here. They are so excited. There's a DJ. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to hear it.
It is a literal party here on the red carpet right now. As for who we're excited for, well, you take it away. You have a great answer here.
Well, Will Smith.
Yes.
But of course, King Richard. Also, Anjanou Ellis, who just killed it in that movie. I'm so excited for her to be recognized and nominated.
Yeah, and we may be seeing Will Smith take home his first Oscar tonight. That's very exciting. I think he's going to be in some pretty good spirits making his way down this carpet. Yeah, I'm really excited to see Ariana DeBose, who I think was just phenomenal in West Side Story.
Absolutely.
The cast of Coda, I know, is so excited to be here. A very important film showing representation. We talk about that a lot here in Hollywood, but it's not just about the color of our skin or sexual orientation or whatnot. It's also the fact that that movie is representing people who are deaf, and we get to see a fully formed family and everything that they go through. And it's just a beautiful film.
Made me cry.
Yeah.
But also, I think I'm going to cry happy tears when I see what Regina Hall and Amy Schumer and Wanda Sykes have for us as hosts of this year's show. I can't imagine.
Yeah, what we're excited for on the carpet is different from what we're excited for about in the show. Yeah, cannot wait for the hosts. I can't wait for all of those musical performances. We're going to have Billie Eilish and Phineas, Beyonce, Reba McEntire, Sebastian Yatra performing all of those songs. We're also going to get, if I say it, it's going to be stuck in my head.
We don't talk about Bruno.
Thank you.
Sorry, guys. Had to do it.
Get her up on that stage to perform along with those guys.
Countdown.
Yeah. So, like we said, this night is really shaping up to be a big party, and I can't wait to see who is making their way down the carpet. We've already seen several stars, and a lot more are on the way. Jeremy, who are you excited for?
Yeah.
I'm excited for so many. You know what? Will Smith.
Yeah.
Will Smith is I'm looking forward to what we hope and everyone believes is going to be a really big moment for him.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that. Look, we've been following awards season all season long. It culminates tonight.
Yeah.
And I'm joined here by Clarissa Cruz from Entertainment Weekly. And guess what? You've got a lot to talk about. This woman is the expert on all things Oscars. Has been watching the award season unfold even more so than all of us. Some changes this year. Obviously, we're back at the Dolby Theatre in Hollywood. Last year it was at Union Station in downtown LA. So we're excited to be back in the big house, right? This is where the Oscars normally lives, but there are some different things this year, including the fact that some awards are not going to be handed out in the live telecast. That was an announcement just recently. Got a lot of reaction. Tell us exactly what's happening.
So basically, they're going to be presenting 8 awards in the first hour of the show, which is not the first hour of the telecast. It's going to be an hour before the live broadcast actually starts. And those are mainly craft and short categories. So yeah, that's a big change.
Okay, that is a big change. And then another big change as we look at this, a lot of buzz around the hosts. Hasn't been a host since 2018.
Yes.
We got 3 of them this time. Powerhouse women that are going to be taking it all on, and I understand they're maybe going to be doing different segments, different bits, obviously as they generally do. I'm interested to see how this all plays out. What do you know?
Well, it's going to be Regina Hall, Wanda Sykes, and Amy Schumer, 3 powerhouse, really funny women. So I'm personally very excited about this. I think Oscars needs someone to steer this show, and the three of them are going to start together and be peppered in and out throughout.
And we saw the photo of them there. Everything I've seen of them talking about it and little teases they've given indicate it's going to be a really funny night,
so much fun.
A really good night.
Yeah.
A new award. This is something different.
Yeah.
They're trying to look. The Academy's trying to reach out, bring in more viewers, bring in younger viewers. There is a new award that is being voted on by fans.
Yes.
What's the deal with this?
So basically, fans can vote using social media, on Twitter, using the hashtag #OscarsFanFavorite, and they can basically vote for anything. So that's going to be a bit of chaos. It's going to be really interesting.
Yeah. We'll see how it plays out, and we'll see if it does garner, more excitement from a viewing perspective and fan base and everything else.
Yeah, it's definitely something that's more populist. It'll be, I'm sure a lot of the bigger movies, box office wise, are going to be mentioned. Spider-Man, Army of the Dead from Zack Snyder. Like those are big ones.
I'm thinking this is definitely the space where something like Spider-Man could really take home a win at the Academy Awards, and we'll see if it goes well, and maybe there's a punch up in viewership or whatever, and online engagement. Maybe they'll do more of that. All right. Look, as I said before, we have been building up to this moment. SAG Awards, Critics' Choice Awards, so many other award shows. Who do you think is having really their moment, their unique moment this year, this season?
Well, I think you mentioned him already, Will Smith.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't talk about this Oscar season without Will Smith. He entered as a front runner. He remains a front runner, and he's going to have a big night, I think.
And I got to tell you personally, I'm so excited. Just generally, this award season for the cast of Coda. What an incredible project, incredible talent, and really a special moment not only for representation, but a lot of actors that have been in the game a while.
Yes.
Troy Kotsur specifically, that is
Marley.
really having his moment.
Yeah, absolutely, and they are a Best Picture contender. I think the biggest challenger to Power of the Dog. So that's going to be the big face-off tonight.
Power of the Dog. We'll see about that. Look, there's so much more to come. Stick around. We're going to be talking with you about some other things.
Yeah.
We also like to talk about Dune, or at least I do. My group of friends basically has banned me from speaking about Dune anymore. 10 nominations.
Yes.
Big night for Dune, we hope. Zendaya, of course, part of that cast. We caught up with her. She talked about being welcomed in by that incredible cast. Watch.
Well, I didn't really get much time to hang out with everybody. I was literally in and out, and I was, coming into something. Obviously, you see this all-star cast of people that I very much admire and have all wanted to work with, and so stepping into it, I was like, okay, we're doing this. This is happening. I got to be on my A game. But the energy that was, I think that everybody kind of can attest to is, even though I was there for such a brief period, I felt such a welcomeness and a warmth. I think, again, from Denny, from all of you, I just felt like I was already a part of a family from there. I mean, there wasn't much trying to get warm because it was already warm when I got there. My job was to just do the best I could do, but everybody was so wonderful. We had dance parties. We was having fun. Javier was there.
Of you.
Yeah, we got Polaroid
of
Mr. Javier dancing. So it was a beautiful experience. No, it's wonderful, and it's on my wall. Yeah, I should have brought it actually. No, but it was a beautiful experience. So there wasn't much having to figure that part out. I think we all just clicked pretty quickly, and I was able to do hopefully my best work because I was surrounded by such incredible people that makes you want to elevate and do your best work, and in an environment where you feel that you can. So.
All right, love hearing from that cast, and we'll be hearing from other casts throughout the night, of course, as we are anticipating stars arriving at the red carpet. Gerrad and Janine, there in front of the Dolby Theatre. Guys, let's check in with you. How are things feeling right now? How's the energy? I know I've been watching coverage throughout the whole day, and you can tell there's a sense of excitement, people excited to be back at the Dolby Theatre and on Hollywood Boulevard.
It is really, really heightened here. Everyone is very, very happy, and we just saw Sanaya Sidney from King Richard just walking down looking so elegant in this gorgeous gown, and you could just feel like there's just this.
What are we gonna do?
Kind of relishing in the fact that she's here celebrating that movie. By the way, I also want to mention that this is Janine's first Oscars, and I'm excited seeing the excitement that you have for all of this. It's such a thrill to be here and to celebrate. We've called it Hollywood's biggest night, but it's more than that. It's celebrating stories that we have all connected to through this past year, stories that have made us cry or laugh or sing those songs that we were talking about. And so that's what's really exciting here tonight.
What was the tearjerker for you this year?
Oh gosh, I mean the end of Coda. The end of Coda, even the end of Belfast, Judi Dench, that when she says, go now, I love you, son. It's and the way Kenneth Branagh ended that movie, for the people who stayed, for the people who left, the end of that movie was really beautiful, and that one got me. And Canto, though, was also just a
oh my gosh,
beautiful film. That story
my
was
son Reese. and Encanto is just, like, he is watching for that. The fact that they are going to perform, we don't talk about Bruno, is just going to blow it. Now, what mommy does is cool.
Now, right. When it comes to the movies he loves, I get what she does. Yeah, so we have, look, the folks are arriving. This is a very long carpet, and folks are making their way to us. So we're definitely going to have some folks to talk to here in just a bit.
Yeah.
I see some headed our way right now. Oh my gosh.
It's a lot happening, you guys. Like, we're trying to keep it together, but right behind our shoulder, it is just like, look here, look there, do this. So, I mean, it's so fun, though, to feel like we're back. You know what I mean? This is like the exclamation point on the fact that we are back on red carpet.
Yeah, it's going to be a great night. Back to you, Jeremy.
Yeah, it is. And let me just say this. Thank you for bringing up Encanto multiple times, a song that my children will not let me forget. You have now ensured that I'll be singing all night as well. Can't wait for that. And we did hear the news that Lin-Manuel Miranda, unfortunately, won't be attending.
Yeah.
His wife tested positive for COVID. He's out of an abundance of caution, not going to make his way to the show tonight, but he'll be watching along with the rest of us as many incredible stars are honored. You're back with Clarissa Cruz from Entertainment Weekly. We should talk about those leading men, right?
Yes.
The lead actor category is a really competitive one this year. Talk to me about your predictions, what you think, who you're loving, who should win, who will win, that whole breakdown.
Well, I think this year who should win and who will win are the same person,
Okay.
Will Smith.
Yep.
I mean, that is a career best performance for him. He's fantastic in King Richard. It's his time. He's been nominated twice and hasn't won, so I think this is his time.
Yeah, definitely. And we're looking at the all the nominees there.
Yes.
Javier Bardem, Benedict Cumberbatch, Andrew Garfield, Will Smith, and Denzel Washington. There was a lot of talk about sort of this moment, this special moment between Will Smith and Denzel Washington. Is, you know, a couple decades ago they were in this category together when Denzel won. Feels like it's Will's time now. If there was an upset in that category, where do you think it would go?
I don't think it'll happen, but if there were an upset, I think it would be Benedict Cumberbatch for The Power of the Dog. He was fantastic in that, another career best, and I think he's probably the second in line.
Sure, Benedict definitely having a huge moment there, and man, what an incredible performance where he becomes something to be feared and also mysterious and all of that. There's a lot of talk from the fellow cast members because he's a very method actor.
Yes.
And the dynamics that were on that set, right?
It must have been terrifying. I would not have wanted to be one of his co-stars, let's put it that way.
How about the lead actress category? Another very competitive field, and we've got the favorites for sure. Who will win, who should win? What do you think?
Well, I think that is the most chaotic category, the best actress. I think Jessica Chastain will win. I think that's who I'm predicting, but I also think Penelope Cruz has a really good shot here, and she's my personal favorite.
Sure. Jessica Chastain, Olivia Colman, Penelope Cruz, Nicole Kidman, Kristen Stewart, all of those performances really incredible. I was a huge fan of Being the Ricardos from day one. Think that they did such an incredible job working together. I also love that Javier Bardem and Penelope Cruz are having this very special moment as both of them are nominated for the Oscars this year. They've both talked, in fact, Javier, not so long ago at the SAG Awards, talked to me about the special moment of those nominations that morning and how he was announced first, and then they waited, then she was announced, and they just had, as I think she put it, an hour and a half of just laughing and crying and celebrating together. So really special moment there. Of course, I'm sure they will probably be arriving together. We'll be looking for that a little later in the night as well. You mentioned Kristen Stewart. Kristen Stewart and Spencer, a very big moment for her. You know, you go all the way back to the Twilight days.
Yes.
Her career has gone in an incredible direction, and this role, a culminating moment for her, no doubt about that. We heard from her about taking on the role and being a part of the Oscars race this year. Watch.
To kind of put it plainly, Diana Spencer made people feel good. I played her at a time that was hard and tumultuous and sad, but she also has this like unstoppable light, and to even attempt to try and like, I don't know, touch that. I learned a lot, but I guess specifically I just sort of felt I was allowed to grow as a person. Like I became, even if it was in my imagination, and I was completely convincing myself that suddenly I had this like superpower that she had, which is to sort of make people feel good. While we made the movie, I felt like I had that, and it was like a really beautiful feeling.
Look! Emergency way. Looks beautiful. It doesn't fit. Have you tried it on? No, with my mood. doesn't fit with my mood.
The clothes had so much integrity that I literally felt sometimes wardrobe can feel like wardrobe. You know that every pocket doesn't necessarily work, or, you know, if something's built, you feel in costume. I never felt like I was in costume, and it's the most extreme sort of character that I've ever played. And she expressed herself in the things that she put on her body. Sometimes it was armor, sometimes it was to ruffle people's feathers, sometimes it was to, you know, her favorite color was pink. I think if you're asking about like a particular thing in the movie that I wore that I loved that made me feel in character, we had to change a pink dress that she loved to green because we kind of couldn't get like the copyright, whatever, we couldn't mimic it. And so we made it green, and it matched the soup that I'm eating in the scene. It just felt like sick. And I felt like the clothes were telling their own story, like alongside what we were doing. And you know, Jacqueline Duran is a true like virtuoso designer. She's incredible.
We are here with Jude Hill from Belfast. He is just soaking up the sun. How are you?
Oh, I'm great. How are you?
I am very good. I'm very good. You look amazing, I must say. Well, he just told us that he has been here for about a couple weeks now, right?
Yeah, 2 weeks.
So tell me what you and your family have been able to do in between red carpet events.
Well, me and my family just went to Universal yesterday, and we had the time of our lives going on all the rides, and we enjoyed it.
I love it. I love it.
Well, this movie is just, if you want to talk about a great performance of the year, this young man right here delivered one in Belfast. You were just so incredible. I got to know, though, I mean, you worked with a lot of great people, but specifically one of my all-time favorites, Judi Dench. Okay, were there any, like, inside jokes between the two of you? Tell me about her.
Well, one of the inside jokes on Belfast was everyone called Judy Jude. So it was kind of confusing, but then Judi Dench was like, all right, I've had enough of this. Right, so you're the older Jude, and I'm the younger Jude. So I'm old Jude.
You're old Jude.
I'm old Jude.
But no, 11 years old you are, right? Oh
Yeah.
my God. What are your friends saying about all this? Like, I gotta know.
Well, my friends wish Belfast the best of luck today.
Yeah.
And they're all so excited.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Well, look, this movie has a lot of fans, and I think you guys are going to have a really fun night in there tonight. Enjoy your first time at the Oscars. Have a great time, all right? All right, take care.
Have the best time.
Adorable. All right, Jeremy, back to you.
I love that, and I remember talking to him at the SAG Awards and the cast of Belfast. They were Kenneth Branagh was talking about how at the beginning, you know, he's just this little kid that's an incredible actor, but learning not to look at the camera. That he would sneak little looks right at the camera during certain takes and whatever, and they worked with him to kind of move on from that. He's a huge soccer fan, football fan as well. That cast of that movie, you can tell they really put their heart and soul into it, a real passion project. All right. Yes. Let's talk some more.
Yes.
Let's break down some other categories. One of the biggest categories every Oscars, of course, is Best Director. Chance for history to be made. We've got Jane Campion being nominated. First female director to be nominated twice in the category. She was nominated back in the 90s for The Piano. And this year for Power of the Dog. Here are the nominees for Best Directing. It's Kenneth Branagh, and then all the way down the line. Who in this list, looking at that graphic,
Yes.
Who is your top pick? Who should win? Who will win?
Well, Jane Campion will win.
Okay.
That's something that I think is a lock, and I really loved. I mean, she's director with a capital D in this movie. The way the movie looks, the performances, all of it says this is a Jane Campion film, and if that's not directing, I don't know what is.
That's exactly right. Her fingerprints are all over it, and an incredible story as well. Talk about the impact and how the directing category can influence or tell us something maybe about Best Picture.
Well, I mean, all of that said about Jane, I don't think Power of the Dog is a shoo-in for Best Picture because Coda has this late surge that is really, really making this race exciting. So I do think Coda is the biggest challenge to Power of the Dog here.
Okay, so as we talk about Coda, I mentioned it a little bit ago, one of my favorites of the year. Love that cast, love all that it represents. Supporting roles.
Yes.
Who are you looking at? Who should we pay attention to?
Yeah.
Your predictions, please.
Predictions. Troy Kotsur, who from Coda, Best
Right.
Supporting Actor. I think he's going to win, and I think he well deserves it. I mean, his performance was amazing in that movie, and just added a little bit of humorous edge to a kind of emotional movie.
Yeah, and looking at that list, all those actors there
Yeah.
and actor in a supporting role. Cody Smith-McPhee.
Yes.
Man, he, like we said, playing opposite Benedict Cumberbatch for so much of Power of the Dog, just an incredible performance that ended up leading in some way.
Yes.
I heard the story anyway that he kind of learned to play guitar on the set there, and that helped influence his audition for the new Elvis biopic that's coming up.
I didn't know
He does not
that.
play
That's
Elvis,
amazing.
but he's part of that ensemble cast.
Yeah.
There's a little piece of information. Is it true? We'll find
We'll
out
find
from Cody
out, yeah.
tonight, perhaps. Yeah, the supporting actress categories. Let's talk about that.
Yes. Best Supporting Actress, I think it's going to be Ariana DeBose from West Side Story.
Yep.
I just rewatched it last night. She was fantastic. She sings, she dances, she acts, and is just amazing in that role. And that's something I think that separates her from her competitors.
Sure. Ariana DeBose, of course, is taking on the role, and as has been talked about quite a bit, that Rita Moreno played some 60 years ago in West Side Story. She's opened up a lot as I've interviewed her throughout award season about, man, what an experience to get not only her blessing, but to sort of carry on the legacy of that role and that particular character and possibly make history here in winning an Oscar as well. She's got the momentum.
Yes, she definitely does.
Yeah, and let me just say this. That woman danced through that movie. She just danced her heart out, left it all on film.
There,
It was all there. It was so incredible. And there was, okay, wait, we're going back to the carpet, and we'll talk more in a little bit. We've got more to discuss, but let's go to Gerrad and Janine first. Hey, guys.
Hello.
Hi.
I mean, I'm not sure this woman right here needs any introduction, but I will say it anyway. The one, the only, Reba McEntire.
Yes.
It is such a pleasure to have you here, and I'm glad you got the green memo.
I know, you guys are like
How
money.
about that?
Yeah,
I like this.
Diane Warren and I both wore green
I saw
tonight.
she's wearing that too, so it's a theme. Great. Maybe it'll be lots of good luck tonight. But let's talk. You are performing tonight. You just shot the music video this weekend. Did I see that? For
No,
this?
it's been a while since
Oh,
we
okay.
shot the video with John Avnet doing the directing, and we loved it. Matter of fact, I think it was last year. I can't keep up
It's
with
been a
dates.
while. I know. What is time anymore?
Exactly.
Yeah. But I'm trying to think. This is not the first time you've performed at the Oscars, is it?
1991 was the first.
1991. Wow.
Okay.
A few days ago.
So, yeah.
Just a few days ago.
Yeah.
Well, take me back to your first Oscars. Because what was it like? What's your memory of being on this carpet for the first time?
I remember seeing Madonna and Michael Jackson in the green room. I remember seeing Kevin Costner and Jack Lemmon in the audience. And I walked out in a dress that I helped Sandy Spica design, a green velvet. I just remembered I wore
Wow.
green also then. And I sang a movie, Postcards from the Edge,
Yes.
Meryl Streep.
Yes.
And I'm checking out this Heartbreak Hotel.
What a night. And by the way, like, are the nerves different performing here than on a tour or in a stadium?
Heck yeah. Oh my gosh, you've got the cream of the crop here tonight. And everybody's looking, so I am, and everybody quietens down, when the song starts. So yeah, it's going to be a little nerve wracking, but I'm ready for it.
Oh my gosh. And then what was the powwow with Diane Warren before this? Like, how did it come about? I just want to know, like, what was the plan in place for this performance?
Diane got a hold of Tony Brown, who produced the song, and he called me and said, hey, Diane wants you to sing this song, and it's for the movie, 4 Good Days. And I said, how soon? He said, can you do it tomorrow? And I said, I'll be ready.
I'll be there.
I will be there. Love it when something comes together like
Me
that.
too.
Well, look, best of luck in there tonight. Not that you need it. And I know you have hosted these kinds of shows before. Before I let you go, any words of advice to Amy Schumer, Wanda Sykes, Regina Hall?
Have fun.
Yeah.
That's it. Well, I'm going to.
That's great advice for all of us.
I feel
You
like
bet.
you're going to have fun in
You
there.
bet. Oh, me too.
Yeah.
They're hysterical.
Indeed. Well, thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you.
Have a
My
great
pleasure.
night, and it's a
Appreciate it.
pleasure. A childhood dream right now
I
meeting you.
know, I
So,
know.
yeah.
So sweet. Thank you very
Take
much.
care. Take care.
Thank you.
All right,
Bye.
Jeremy, back to you.
Wow.
Yeah, Reba, living legend, fantastic. She just got me, I just got really excited for everything we're going to see tonight. And I also just want to hear Reba give her full commentary of the entire carpet as people arrive. Right?
Absolutely.
She has insight.
I know.
She's got to take.
She's
All right, thank
hugging
you.
a Jonas
Thank you
brother
guys.
right now.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh, really?
It's amazing, and we also have just another
Let's
amazing
bring her in.
artist right behind us. Oh my goodness, Sheila E.
Sheila
guys.
E. Hello.
Looking like
How
a
are you?
star.
Thank you. It's hot over here.
It is hot over here, but it's a hot night. We are excited, which I'm sure you are as well. Okay, Tell us, this carpet, obviously you've been like to the Grammys many times. Tell us how the nerves are different for this one at all?
No, it's always nerve-wracking, and it's always exciting and butterflies, and I know that if that feeling ever goes away, I should quit, and I hope it never does. I'm so excited to be here. And to be able to play in the band and, these songs that we hear in the movies, it's just amazing.
Oh, wow.
Great opportunity.
And the movie you're rooting for, you got to tell us. Come on.
Yeah, I can't.
Maybe we know.
No, I really hope that Summer of Soul wins for my best friend there, Questlove. He deserved that. Movie is incredible.
Yeah, well,
I hope it wins.
Could not agree more. Thank you so much for stopping by.
We don't
Have a
wanna
great
hold you up.
Oscars.
Thank you so
Take
much.
care.
You look
All right,
amazing.
now officially back to you,
Yes.
Jeremy.
Reba's is hugging Jonas Brothers. You guys, everybody's showing up. I love that it's kicking up there as we're leading up to, of course, the full-on arrivals for the Academy Awards tonight there at the Dolby Theatre in Hollywood. All right, I'm back here with Clarissa Cruz, Entertainment Weekly. Best Picture.
Yes.
That's the one, obviously. It's the big one of the night. 10 movies this year.
Yes.
Huge category. Give me your rundown. What do you think?
Well, I think this is going to be a face-off between Power of the Dog and Coda.
Okay.
Two very different movies, two very different directors, and I think it's going to come down to the wire with the two of them.
It does. You're right. It does have the idea that look at all those movies represented.
Yes.
Many different kinds of stories, musicals to very serious dramas, huge like fan favorites like Dune, and then of course the Coda with that incredible family story. When you look at what's happened up to this moment at previous award shows, what do they tell us? What shows weigh in the most?
Well, I would say that the SAG win is really important.
Right.
I think DGA win is really important. I think it's just it's a lot. It's a collectively a lot of them are lead up to this moment. And Power of the Dog came in with 11 nominations, so that the Academy is showing a lot of love there. But it's exciting that there's a little bit of a question here.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see what happens. Thank you so much for your insight. I know it's been a fun award season for you. We're going to be watching inside there a little later tonight. Clarissa Cruz from Entertainment Weekly. We did mention Coda there. Troy Kotsur, one of the favorites as we lead up to this big night. We talked to Troy about not only being a part of this incredible movie, making history as the first deaf male actor to receive an Academy Award nomination, but also the response he's received from fans and other nominees as well. Watch.
I received a lot of emails, even from strangers, and many of them were Codas that have said, "Troy, thank you. You made me feel seen." And finally, many of my friends who are hearing are able to understand what I went through as a Coda. And my daughter as well, she's a Coda in real life, and so I understand what she's been through. And it's funny because my wife is an American Sign Language teacher. And before Coda came out, some of them were kind of lazy and just thought sign language would be easy and didn't really do their homework. And once they found out that I happened to be a nominee, it really changed their attitude. All of a sudden, they're respecting my wife, they're signing more, and they're turning in their homework on time. So my wife feels like I made her life easier as a teacher. And so this movie is impacting everyone and all types of communities, hearing, deaf, hard of hearing, and all of the above. And it's so beautiful that we're able to make that connection and everyone can enjoy our film under one roof.
Love hearing from them. Love hearing from the whole cast of Coda. They have just been incredible this entire run, and we can't wait to see them tonight at the Oscars. Gerrad and Janine in front of the Dolby Theatre there in Hollywood, where more and more people are showing up. We can hear the energy a bit, we can feel it, and apparently it's hot there. Here, I'm about to blow away up here. We got a nice cool breeze, feeling good.
Rub it in, Jeremy.
Down there, it's heating up, huh?
It certainly is.
It's
look,
a good hot though.
Yeah, it was maybe supposed to rain, so I will take this any day.
Exactly.
That's not a problem. We're having it's a beautiful day down here. Great day for an award show. The award show of all award shows. Diane Warren is just a couple steps away.
Over my shoulder.
We may be getting her here in just a second, but yeah, we were talking about it was Kevin Jonas, by the way, that Reba was hugging, and that's the kind of scene here.
Yeah.
People seeing people they've never met before.
I love the reunions, and then I love just the moments
yeah.
with the fans as well. We don't have that many here, but Tracy Ellis Ross made her way down really early, also in red. But she stopped and talked to all the service women and men and took pictures with them, and people are in good spirits right now.
You mentioned reunion. We've already seen Wesley Snipes here. I saw him in like an all-purple suit, by the way, really cool. But
You did not tell me.
He was behind you. I think we were live with Reba at the time. But speaking of reunions, we are expecting a White Men Can't Jump reunion during the show tonight. No one would confirm, but we were kind of getting the wink-wink. If you want to report it, go ahead. We won't stop you. But that would be, by the way, Wesley Snipes, Woody Harrelson, and Rosie Perez, who were all announced at different times as presenters. And
so
we're
we
like,
had to put the pieces together.
yeah, we're like,
and
we see you. We see what you're doing.
my husband is going to be so excited for that. I have to tell you, one of his favorite movies.
Is he going to be excited if there is a Pulp Fiction reunion
No, that's
in there
me.
too?
That's
you.
me.
Okay,
That's
yeah,
me.
because there is Rami Malek walking by right now. He is headed inside.
You know, just Oscar winners strolling past.
just strolling
as they
through,
do.
just like another day walking down Hollywood Boulevard. But yeah, we may have also a Pulp Fiction reunion in there tonight because we also know that John Travolta, Uma Thurman, and Quentin Tarantino is here. Also, Sam Jackson, who was a recipient of one of this year's honorary Oscars just last night. Or Friday night, those were handed out. So we may have a Pulp Fiction reunion as well. And look, for this year's show, that's what we're looking for, is entertainment. You know, we know we're going to have it with those hosts. We know we have lots of great musical performances. Those reunions, those are things that people are going to be talking about.
Absolutely.
So fingers crossed that's what's going to happen.
Jeremy, how you doing up there?
I'm doing good. Look at this pop of color.
Hey,
style
yellow,
director.
beautiful.
Andrea Laventhal has made her way up here to our blustery location overlooking all of Hollywood. Andrea, how you feeling?
Okay. Windy and yellow.
Windy and windblown, and you look amazing.
Thank you.
Fashion is where it's at in all of award season, and especially at the Oscars. We're going to be looking for those looks, and we look at some of the previous shows and things that have already happened to see some of the trends. What's sticking out to you so far based on what we've seen before tonight?
We've seen a lot of shimmer. Now, that's not shocking. It is the red carpet. It is award season. But just this like champagne-y, shimmery colors. This was at the SAGs, the Critics' Choice. People love to look like, I don't know, a glass of champagne. Who could blame them?
Shimmer, as my girls would say, a bedazzle. I think that's more like my level.
Yeah,
that's
a little
like
bling,
where
a little
I'm at.
bedazzle.
Okay, so we
It's
look
really
at these perfect examples of it here.
Right, we have Kristen Stewart wearing Dolce & Gabbana, Pinkett Smith look gorgeous. Jean Smart, looking
Incredible.
So cool. We had Elle Fanning, that's Oscar de la Renta, like a fairy princess.
Sure.
Mandy Moore and Ellie Saab, right? They just look like a sparkly.
Let's keep that up because I've talked to you enough to know a few buzzwords. And one is, I just want to comment on the structure of Jean Smart. The bottom half, the structure of that dress.
Listen to you.
Is next level. I think it goes from, it could have been a straight down, but we got a little flair. It's like.
It's a trumpet.
There we go.
It's a trumpet skirt.
The trumpet structure.
And it's got some pleats, and it's beautiful. And we really thought this was a very cool look. And two pieces, hard to pull off on the red carpet, but she looked great.
I love that. And Kristen Stewart, oh my goodness.
She's looking very va-va-boom.
Va-va-boom.
Right?
Kristen
Very
Stewart.
bombshelly.
Bombshelly in her sparkles. All right, let's talk about the pink. So you said pink meaning kind of a bit of a champagne vibe.
So we had the champagne vibes, but there's also just like power pink, whether it's a pale pink or more of a deep fuchsia-y pink. As you can see, celebrities love to wear pink on the carpet, and who could blame them? Look how beautiful they look.
Ariana DeBose. Yeah,
right?
incredible.
Looking amazing. That was custom Valentino. And she just, they pop when they wear pink.
And Helen Mirren, right? It's elegant, but it's got a lot with the shoulder and the floral.
No one even needs me anymore with you. She has the matching headband. This is Dolce & Gabbana. It's so chic. And Juliana Margulies in Narciso Rodriguez in this like very beautiful fuchsia magenta. Jennifer Hudson. It's like a classic color, but it somehow at the same time feels unexpected and fresh every season.
Now, look, we've talked awards shows and we've talked awards fashion. Looking at Jennifer Hudson, there have been times where it's like it's a real move to have the huge piece up on the shoulder. A statement shoulder, but she pulled it off. But it could be a risk, but you take it.
It also commands more space on the carpet,
sure.
So by default you're like, get out of my
shot. It's a good social distancing. And give me the shot kind of moment. I got it.
It's really useful.
Let's talk about the way the Oscars are set up a little different, right? It's the biggest show, and in some ways, obviously, the most prestigious show. How does that affect the fashion? Are people a little safer traditionally?
Yeah, that's sort of the thing, is that we get a little bit more elegance, a little bit more beading, ball gowns. You get more custom, more couture. At the other shows, they tend to take more risks, like you'll see some pants, you'll see mini skirts, but not at the Oscars. However, breaking news.
Here we go, breaking news.
We did get word that Kristen Stewart will be in shorts.
Really?
Now, Her shorts are Chanel.
Okay.
So there's a caveat. They're not just like,
It's like
you
top
know,
jean shorts.
Yeah, she's not a camp counselor. She's not just wearing khaki shorts. These are Chanel. But I can't wait to see how she pulls off shorts at the Oscars.
And as you just mentioned, she's already had all these fashion moments leading up all the way through award season. So, hey, why not take the moment here as a first-time nominee and all the things?
Why not?
The men, the tux. Oh wait, here's Kristen Stewart. Let's go back. We've got this has been the lead up. Now we're going to end up after tonight, hopefully adding shorts as a fifth panel.
So what's so interesting about Kristen Stewart's style is, if you remember back, she was famous for always changing into sneakers, if not just like taking your shoes off completely on the red carpet. Well, not anymore, Jeremy. She is really enjoying some glamour, jumpsuits, bustier gowns, her hairstyles.
Sneaker Stewart is gone.
Sneaker Stewart is gone. Bring on shorts, couture shorts.
Shorts Couture Stewart is here, coming up at the Oscars, we hope. All right, so we'll see there some from her. Let's talk about the men. Let's talk about the tuxes, because the guys have really had some great moments throughout award season. I've been loving it. It's time that they break out of just the typical black tux or whatever. Where do you want to start?
Every season we see the men step it up a little bit more, taking more risks with color, with pattern, with jewelry. Where's your bling?
Yeah, I got to work on it.
Yeah, they wear diamonds now, because why should we have all the fun?
That's right.
So we see color and we see textures, and look at this. I mean, how much fun are these guys having? Jared Leto has the most fun.
Jared Leto's had the most fun. He even, and that one particularly, he had like a lace type glove on. I saw him. That was right after he got back from
he loves
Milan.
an accessory.
Yeah, and look all the way down the line there. Really
right?
incredible
We have
statement
pink velvet. We have patterns. We have polka dots. It's like, you don't have to wear basic black, but you also look really handsome when you do, Jeremy.
Well, I did the double breast. I think that helps a little bit, right?
So it's like, don't be afraid, men, to get inspired by this and take a cue from these gentlemen and have a little fun.
And ladies and everyone else, don't be afraid to be windblown and bright yellow on a roof somewhere in Hollywood. And meanwhile, Gerrad and Janine back at the Dolby Theatre in LA. Let's toss it in and see what's going on,
Meanwhile,
guys.
we're talking about amazing.
Yeah.
We're talking about amazing suits. Look at you. You look amazing.
Thank you. It's really hot in here.
It is indeed, but better than the alternative. Maybe it was supposed to rain. I know you got the green memo.
Yeah.
We know that Reba is in green. We just spoke with her.
I'm hoping it's a lucky color.
Yeah,
number 13.
It might be
the color of money. That's like you saying. I love it.
Yeah.
Well,
Diane Warren, 13 nominations.
Yeah.
This is your 13th nomination.
How exciting!
What's the secret of getting in that room that many times?
I mean, okay, the song has to be great, so that's my job. I have to write a great song. I have to write a song that works in that movie, and I have to be lucky enough to get a movie that inspires me, which I did with 4 Good Days, which I hope more people see. It's a beautiful movie.
Well, Diane, somehow you do tend to write good songs.
Thank you.
See what I did there? Sorry,
I
that was a bad dad joke. But
how about this? If I finally win, it would be somehow I didn't lose.
There you go, and that's a new song. That's the sequel song, if there is such a thing.
Yeah.
But Reba, as she came through, she said nerves for Oscars are very different than any other show.
Imagine like to perform. Like, it's different, me being nervous than her being nervous and have to get up there and sing with every famous person looking at you.
Right. Well, that's what I was going to say. You've been nominated at other shows as well, Grammys, of course. So you have nerves here, too?
Nothing's like the Oscars. Sorry, Grammys. Take a couple of seats.
There you go.
This is the Oscars.
Sorry, Grammys. Yeah. Is there a song, an Oscar-winning song that you're like, oh man, I wish I had written that song?
Okay, so I'm asked that sometimes with songs. I don't ever wish I wrote a song I didn't write, because I'm only meant to write the songs I write.
Yeah.
And I write some good songs, so
you
I ain't
do.
complaining.
You write some great ones. Well, I want to know what movies you loved this year, because there were some.
Okay, so I loved Coda. I love. There's a movie I really love that no one saw called The Electrical Life of Louis Wayne. It was Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah.
A beautiful, beautiful movie that no one knows of. I hope you're listening. Watch that movie. And 4 Good Days, of course.
Of course. Everyone's got to check out those movies. And be sure, of course, to watch the Oscars to see her song performed tonight and see if she is going to take home an Oscar tonight. Perhaps lucky number 13, Lucky Green. We'll see if it works out a bit later. Thank you so much for stopping by. Have a great night.
Appreciate it.
Take care.
Talking to you.
All right, back to you, Jeremy.
Yeah, love the green. And Gerrad, love your green as well, by the way.
Thank you.
The green's representing tonight.
Well, that's what I was going to ask. Since we have Andrew there, I wanted to ask, how are we doing?
Oh, yeah. Put her on the spot.
Yeah, Andrew, what do you think of, what do you make of those two?
I mean, they look great. right? They're representing. I'm so proud.
Got a velvet moment, a red moment, the whole thing. You guys are great. And now we're going to break down a little more fashion with people's style and beauty. Director, editor, extraordinaire, all things fashion at People, Andrea Laventhal. So we were talking about some different moments. I want to kind of get into specifics. The biggest fashion moment this season, who has really stuck out? I think we touched on Kristen Stewart a bit,
Yes.
maybe a little more on her.
Yeah, so we were all kind of like surprised at how much she has embraced fashion and really been taking more risks. She's been doing a lot different like silhouettes. She's a Chanel girl. She usually wears Chanel, but she's stepped out a little bit here and there. And she seems to be having a lot more fun with her hair, her makeup, the styling. Like, we usually can predict what a K-Stew outfit would look like.
Sure.
I could not have predicted these. So this is really fun. And I know she's obviously nominated tonight for Best Actress. So we'll see how those shorts work for her.
I love just the evolution that her career has taken, but then also seeing her in those moments. It's like she really has come into her own.
I think she's really happy.
Yeah, the fashion game and everything else.
Yeah.
Who else? I believe you were, earlier you were talking to me about Andrew Garfield.
Andrew Garfield is having the time of his life.
Right.
And it shows in his fashion choices. Every time this gentleman steps on the carpet, it's a whole new vibe,
Sure.
right? He does like brown.
Yeah.
Which is not typically an exciting color.
But is it like and here I go again with my expertise, but is the contrast of the different textures what really makes it pop?
God, I'm so proud.
Thank you.
Yes,
You've raised me well, Mom.
Velvet
Mom.
and silks and double-breasted, and there's a little shimmer and patterns, and he just combines different cuts. I mean, he really takes risks. Look at that purple jacket.
No, the purple's really great. And you know what? Honestly, and this is I sound like it's silly to say it, but his looks are as varied as his roles. You think about Tick Tick Boom, you think about Spider-Man, the whole thing. He really represents in his various style choices kind of the variety that he also can present in terms of tone and vibe and all of it. I do love the purple. That would be the kind of thing probably on paper if you saw it. Maybe not, but then he pulls it off.
Yeah, with the brown pants, of course, because he loves brown.
I also like this. It was from the SAG Awards over on the far right there. The pinstripe,
So
wide
chic.
pinstripe, and it's a brown thing as well.
You're right. He's a style chameleon, just like his acting roles. I'm going to steal that from you. I love
the
that.
style chameleon, just like him on screen. All right, let's. Some of the beauty trends that we've seen in terms of very specific things as award season has played out. You were saying the dark, bold lip.
So, I mean, I'm representing
there it
it
is.
tonight.
Yeah.
You know what it is? I think that for a lot of celebrities, they were like, I've been wearing a mask for 2 years. I haven't worn lipstick. I'm going to remind myself in the world that I have a mouth and lips, and I'm going to celebrate them by putting some bright, bold color. And whether it's a classic red or a very deep red or more of a berry, it's such a old Hollywood glamour look, but it always feels modern because of the styling. And these gals, like, it just pops on the carpet.
I love it.
It's pretty, right?
Huge fan. We're going back to the carpet. We'll talk more lips and makeup and all things fashion.
Yeah. Look who we've got, guys.
Take it away.
Look who we've got.
We stole her from inside.
You know, the host with the most plus some others. So 3 hosts, 3 words. What can we expect from tonight?
Fun, fun, fun.
Fun, fun, fun. I love it. And Alex, I just want you to know that you look absolutely stunning. I remember you telling us that the first thing she said when you found that you told her was that, "What am I going to wear?"
What am I going to wear?
Yeah, there you go. You both look amazing. I know you're obviously no stranger to the stage, but does tonight feel different?
It does. I mean, first of all, so you got a Will Packer production going on,
Hey.
so it's already on the next level. And this show, it totally does feel like that, you know. I mean, just like I said, have 3 women, and it's just going to be a fun night, really.
Lots of performances. We're expecting some reunions on that stage, I think. All right. It should be pretty exciting. We all cannot wait for it. Best of luck in there tonight.
Thank you so much for taking
stopping
the time.
by.
I know you're busy.
Yeah, no, you got to get in there. Yeah. All right. Back to you, Jeremy.
All right, we've been talking about many things tonight. One thing that I absolutely love are the couples that are going to make their way down the carpet. Javier Bardem, Penelope Cruz, both nominated, and it's a really, really special moment. He did open up to us and told us all about the moment they found out and how special it was from their perspective. Let's watch.
My wife and I, we were sharing a sofa, and we heard the announcement together, and something that we usually don't do, or especially she doesn't want to. She wants to have the news afterwards rather than being there suffering for the name to pop up or not. And it was very special, of course. Imagine, first it was my name, and I was very happy to honored to be announced, but I was waiting for hers. And then when she popped out, we were celebrating. It was something very strange and unique and special and moving, and at the same time surreal. It was everything at the same time.
Love hearing from them. Love that they're having this incredible moment. All right, it wouldn't be the Oscars. It wouldn't be Hollywood's biggest night without diamonds and jewelry, and you've got a little earring action going yourself. Look at that.
A little. I mean, thank you, Serpentine Jewelers, for frosting me tonight. I wanted to get in on the action, you know. Just like the lipstick having to stay home for 2 years, the diamonds have been in the safe for a lot of these celebrities, right? They haven't gotten to wear the big bling. There was nowhere to go. Well, the Oscars are back, and everybody wants the jewelry out. So we've been seeing all award season, most notably these giant statement necklaces that probably require one, if not two, security guards somewhere hovering in the back.
By the way, that's interesting. A lot of people, that's kind of an insider thing, that when this happens, they're loaned out for the show. And they literally have security with them the entire time they have it on.
Yes, these are very special pieces. Some of these are like, you know, they're one of a kind. And they are worth almost $1 million, a lot of them. So, you know, you have Bulgari, you have Harry Winston, you have Tiffany, Cartier, and, you know, no one wants to lose one of those.
No one wants to lose one. What qualifies as a choker? I see Kelsey Ballerini over here, which shout out to, I'm glad that we threw her in there as well.
And it's gorgeous.
At the ACM Awards, I believe, there.
Yes.
And then on down, what's a choker, what's not?
When it literally hugs the neck, it's a choker. And then we go longer to a collar, would be Lady Gaga's Tiffany is more of a collar design. And then Maddie Ziegler's is more of a pendant because it has a drop. So there you go.
We've got the full, I'm learning so much. And I think we're going to talk earrings as well.
I mean, why not?
Wait, we should do it.
We love a diamond earring. I think it frames your face like headlights.
Is that right?
Yeah, it brings, it's like an automatic pop of light on your face. So when people are like, oh, I have to find my light, it's right here.
It's right there.
It's right here.
And so it's been the thing that we've been seeing that throughout. And where do you, when it comes to what you typically see or what you favor on a carpet, a really big, bold, long earring, or kind of a, official term, official fashion term, long earring.
A long earring.
Or the stud.
Go big.
Go big.
Go big. It's the Oscars. If you can't take it out and like put on a huge statement earring with a statement necklace and a giant ring for the Oscars, where are you wearing it to?
Sure. Okay.
You know?
Makes a lot of sense. One thing that's interesting when it comes to people coverage is we do the Oscars and, of course, the arrivals, and then we oftentimes see big fashion moments at those after parties. And that's something that we'll be following as well. The after parties tend to be the place where people can loosen up a bit and take a little bit more bold and greater risks, let's say.
We tend to see a lot of what we call the naked dress at the Oscar parties, which is like, is that a dress or is she just naked? And the answer is it's both.
Sure.
So
check out this headpiece here, Rita Moreno there.
You know, that's a way to get all eyes on you.
Oh, there we go. And we were talking about that, how incredible that Ariana DeBose is nominated for the same role that Rita Moreno won an Oscar for some 60 years ago, and she is showing up in style. That's going to be on the fashion recap for sure.
Yeah, I want to kind of like get my hands on that. A little pet.
Yeah, and in terms of, we were saying the after parties, they tend to be a little bigger. And then for people, what's your night look like? Is it just a constant feed of photos coming in, the big moments? We have people out at every party everywhere.
We are everywhere. Wherever the party is, wherever the red carpet is, wherever the celebrities are, we are. So we have a big night ahead of us. I mean, we've got celebrities to talk to. We have dresses to write about. We have big speeches to come. It's going to be great.
Yeah, we were just mentioning Rita Moreno there and Ariana DeBose. We actually heard from Ariana. She gave us a little insight into how special this entire whirlwind experience has been for her. Watch.
I really enjoyed shooting Dance at the Gym because it was 6 days of sweaty bliss. And it was one of the few moments that the Sharks and the Jets and all of our extras really got to be in the same space. And it was really complicated, but I had a great time. Also, my mother got to visit, and she met Senor Spielberg, and watching Gina become speechless was amazing. Love you, Mom.
Ooh, okay, love that. And Ariana DeBose, I believe, is on the carpet right now. We'll take a little look. There she is, all red. What do we think?
Wow, I love red on her. She does a lot of bold color. Again, it's such a great way to get all eyes on you on the carpet. Tracee Ellis Ross is also in a very daring red gown tonight. Wait till you get eyes on her. It is Carolina Herrera. it's going to blow your mind.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we were seeing Steven Spielberg there arriving as well. Of course, Steven Spielberg, West Side Story. He's very proud of that. I remember interviewing him right after that came out. We were all at the premiere and watching it, and he was like, look, there are movies that I stay and watch, movies I don't stay and watch. He's like, I stayed and watched this one and really celebrated with the cast.
Look how sweet.
Yeah, and there he is with Ariana and Rita Moreno. That will be one of the iconic pictures that comes from this year's Academy Awards, no doubt about it.
And
Such
you
a
notice
special
what's
moment.
on her neck? It's
So
a
we got-
big diamond statement necklace.
Diamond statement necklace. You were right on point. We've been talking about it. And she's got a nice, is that a trickle earring?
That's
can I say?
yeah, it's a 3-drop earring, and I mean, look at her. She looks stunning. I am wondering if those are pants.
On Ariana DeBose.
Yes.
I believe it was when we saw the wider shot. We'll see if they end up
That
playing
will
out again.
be it rival K-Stu shorts.
Sure.
For most daring bottoms worn to the Oscars this year.
We're seeing the fashion recap headlines make their self a reality right here. But interesting that, what do we call that, a train?
Yes, that's look like a cape/train, so it makes it more formal. Like if you're going to do a pant, that's a great way to kind of dress it up and make it more formal. But I love that like the men are taking a cue from the women with the colors and the jewelry, and the women are putting on some pants.
By the way,
things are crazy.
If you gave me like a 1 to 10 on my fashion lingo and jargon that I've been throwing in here,
You're doing
I'm
great.
feeling
You've really grown
pretty
over
decent.
the years. You've done an amazing job. You're at a good 8. You're at a solid 8.
Wait, really quickly, did you mention purples as well?
Yes, so we've already been seeing like lavender and lilac emerging as one of the big colors of the night, which makes sense because it's spring and it's just a pretty color. So I'm going to predict come prom season, we will see a lot of gals in
There we
lavender
go.
and lilac.
And I'm going to say earlier, I saw someone, I don't remember who it was, in a man in a plum tux, and that's in the purple family. All right, did we say we're going to go to Will Smith? I believe he, King Richard is obviously a movie that has gotten so much attention, incredible moments throughout award season hearing from Will Smith, and we heard from him as well. Let's take a look.
For me, taking this role was to honor the beautiful aspects of your journey and your family. It's like I saw something that was so beautiful and so misunderstood. And I was inspired to be a part of saying, no, y'all got to twist it. I want you to look at this. I want you to really see this. I don't make movies for money anymore. I don't make movies for awards or anything like that. I make movies to honor people and to talk about ideas that I think can be helpful to other humans. So this movie was a gift to you and your family. So I am ecstatic that you appreciate it.
Yeah, that's amazing. I never knew that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Here we go. And look, I'll tell you, I love hearing from them, and I love how the Williams sisters, it was a great moment. I believe it was at the SAG Awards where Will was getting very emotional saying, they wanted to see it first before they fully endorsed. They saw, they loved, they're very proud of it as well. They've accomplished so much. Will Smith, speaking of fashion, that guy is just effortlessly stylish every time I see him.
I think he's a pro, right? He's been doing red carpets for decades now. He is a huge star, so he can afford to have a lot of fun with his fashion. I've seen him rock double-breasted.
I've seen him rock that. I've seen him rock a turtleneck or two.
He does like brown, just like Andrew Garfield.
Yep.
And, his best accessory is Jada,
Yep.
who always looks just like a complete knockout. Most recently, we saw her at the Critics' Choice in one of the night's biggest trends,
Yep.
metallic. But she also, so daring, took a necklace and put it on her head. Because why not? When you're that stunning.
When you're that, so you can do it.
Put a necklace on your head, and it looked so chic and very, different, and we loved it. So
Okay, very good. We'll see if anyone else ends up with a necklace on their head tonight. Maybe you could try one out before we're done here. And we go back to Gerrad and Janine on the carpet.
Yes, we are here with Becky G.
Hello.
Hi. And guess what she's doing, you guys? Guess what she's going to be doing tonight?
I am going to be singing the most popular song, it feels like, in the whole world.
Should we sing it together?
Yes. We don't talk about Bruno.
No. There we go. That's all we have the rights for. That's all we can do.
Oscar tonight, not Bruno.
But with who else in this performance? We know Luis Fonsi.
Luis Fonsi and the entire Encanto cast. There's so much talent on this stage tonight. So for us Latino gang to be represented means so much to all of us, and we're all so excited.
Oh my goodness.
I can't even imagine being at this carpet in this moment right now with this song. What's it all mean?
It's huge. It's massive. It's doing things I don't think we've ever really seen before, which is so historic and for me an honor to be a part of.
I need to know, Maribel, Luisa. Who did you connect with?
Okay, so I'm the oldest of 4 kids.
Okay.
So Luisa's my girl.
Okay.
Because there comes a time where you realize you're like, oh, I've been carrying this weight so effortlessly for so long, and it's been so heavy, and if it just drips a little bit more, it just won't stop, and I might pop.
I love it. I love it.
Well, congratulations on the song, the success with that. Best of luck in there tonight. I'm sure you don't need it, but I'll give it to you anyway. Break a leg, of course. Have a great night. Thanks for stopping by.
Stunning
Beautiful.
as well, I have to
Look
tell
at
you.
this.
Oh my goodness. You have so many fans, but they're about to get so much younger.
Yeah. So true.
Have a great night.
All right, Jeremy, back to you.
Back to you.
All right, how about this? We were just saying, Nicole Kidman, Keith Urban showing up there, and you described it as Nicole Kidman. Looking great. It's like a cloud.
It's like a cloud.
It's beautiful. It's blue.
Look at her.
Look at the necklace.
She's wearing a statement lip, a
Statement
necklace.
Everything you just talked about.
Although
right there.
that's not purple, it is the shade of periwinkle, which is in the family.
Okay.
It's adjacent.
Sure.
It's purple
We'll give it that.
adjacent. I
There's-
think.
There we go.
This is going to be a polarizing look. I'm going to call it right now. Some people are going to love this, the structure, the design, the silhouette, the bow train. There's a lot to look at, and some people are not going to understand how she has a little shelf around her waist.
I love how her and Keith Urban are just such a great couple in these environments. I've interviewed them both at, whether it be a country award show where it's his night,
Yeah.
or in this case where it's her night, and they both support each other in such a beautiful way. And just look, stands aside,
knows his role.
And just incredible there. They're one of the couples that we'll see making their way on the carpet together. So polarizing. It'll be in every roundup one way or another.
Everyone's going to be talking about this look because what we love about Nicole Kidman, she's a true fashion icon.
Sure.
She never really repeats a silhouette, or she changes up her designers all the time. Color, you really can't predict what she's going to wear. This is like not a look that just anybody could pull off.
By the way, I would say this too. I remember not long ago she had like a feather, like a bird thing.
Sure. Yeah.
We talked about it and she pulled it off, as she does. We'll discuss more about the feather, but first to Gerrad and Janine.
Yes, it is like Encanto time right now on the red carpet.
In the world of Encanto.
Yeah, and we're never going to leave, to be honest.
Sorry
but
about it.
right now, the one of the stars of the movie, Stephanie Beatriz, who voiced such a great character, Maribel. This character, I guess one of those like hitting the jackpot kind of characters.
Oh, 100%. As a huge Disney fan and somebody who's worked a really long time, it was very, very special to get the call that I was going to be joining this film.
Maribel! I can't not hear that. So take me into what it was like, because it's, it is an animated film. It's not the same being on set and all that stuff. So what was it like for you, just bringing things to life when you were in kind of like a sound box, right?
I mean, it's the same thing that I do on any job, which is bring my whole soul and my imagination. So I'm not helped by the wonderful things like set design or costume design or any of that stuff. I've really just got to use my own imagination, plus all the work that the animators have been putting in. And this film in particular most of it was done during the pandemic, so many of the animators were working from home and delivering these incredible visuals. I mean, you guys have seen it. It's stunning.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my
So
God.
sometimes it's your imagination, but sometimes it's just looking at rough drawings of what they have and knowing where it's going to go.
Yeah. Now, I asked Becky G, who's performing, are you a Mirabel? Are you a Luisa? Are you a Bruno?
I'm the Mirabel. I'm literally the
Yes,
Mirabel.
you are. But in real life, you connected?
I do. I often feel like I don't belong in spaces. I feel awkward. I use humor a lot to deflect how I feel. I think a lot of people get that, you know what I mean? And I think a lot of us in this industry are interested in exploring what it is to be a human being. And that's all Mirabel's doing. She's just trying to figure out how to best empathize with the people that she loves.
Well, you are always welcome in this space.
Yeah,
You
I
are
think
so
you're
wonderful.
right where you're supposed to be tonight. Are you going to be on that stage performing as well?
Yeah, we're
going to be up there singing.
Are we going to be on stage? I'm not sure. You'll just have to see what's going to happen.
But you're not going to be singing with the...
Oh, we're singing.
You are as well. All right. Cannot wait. It's going to be a highlight of the show, I can already tell. Thanks so much for stopping by. Congrats on the success of the
Have
movie.
the best time, Jeremy. I mean, what can we say?
what we can say is, Encanto's been the star of this show, and it's about to be the star. It's about to be the star of the Oscars tonight. How many times have you listened to it with your kid?
We have probably watched it half a dozen times. What about you guys?
Well, my gauge is when Alexa tells you that that's like the most listened to. If you just play music, and that's what she automatically plays. And that's where we're at. That's where we're at. Bruno and everything else.
It's been stuck in my head for about 3 months.
So we're happy to do that. Hey,
love it.
We're wrapping up, guys. Gerrad and Janine, fantastic to be with you. Andrea and everyone else has been a part of this incredible People in Entertainment Weekly Red Carpet Live at the Academy Awards. Of course, the big show, the Oscars, kicks off at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific on ABC. Go check that out. And of course, follow us for all the coverage before, during, after, and everything on all the People in Entertainment Weekly platforms. It's been a pleasure. Have a great night, everyone, and enjoy the Oscars.
Bye.